Our topic is apiculture. In apiculture, before starting the apiculture, we will just talk about the what type of the honeybees are there. Right? You have seen the honeycomb. We find that there are the number of bees are there. Right? अगर count करने जाए तो it is not less than 50 to 60,000. इतनी ज़्यादा bees present होती है. So honeybees जो है, they have high level of social organization. That means social organization का मतलब क्या होता है कि they all bees are together to have one main aim, to develop their honeycomb, to develop their queen, to develop to feed their larvae, right? So that is a major function of it. Now here on the basis of their function, they are divided into the three different types. जैसे queen bee है. Queen bee is a larger in size, which is the largest bee in the. It is the largest bee in hive. पूरे hive के अंदर it is the largest bee, right? And which is what? It is only single bee is present. So it is a single bee which is present in the hive. Hive में दूसरी honey queen bee होगी नहीं. What is it? It is developed from the fertilized egg. In chapter number 2, we have discussed about parthenogenesis. In that parthenogenesis, the honeybees are developing. Honeybees के अंदर parthenogenesis होता है. जो fertile होते हैं वो fertile with the help of fertilized egg होता है, वो बनती है females, right? And those who are unfertilized egg, that is drone, जो male होते हैं, right? तो मेल हनीकॉम्ब में दो कैटेगरी है, एक है फीमेल की, दूसरी मेल की, और one superior category is honey bee, that is a queen bee. Queen bee का major function क्या है? It's only to develop lay eggs. Queen bee सबसे बड़ी होती है, उसका sole function क्या है? To lay eggs. So queen bee जो है वो develop कैसे हो जाएगी? तो this here you see that the nurse bee is which is responsible for nourishing the queen bee, right? So this queen bee is feeds on royal jelly. जो royal jellies होते हैं वो royal jelly हमें we'll discuss later that the royal jellies है it is feed on that. So this worker bee, they produces the royal jelly, they will give that royal jelly to the honey bee, queen bee, so queen bee can be able to produce more and more eggs. और approximately अपने life span में वो कितने, so you can say that the 15 lakh जितने eggs को वो produce कर सकती है. So that's why the number of that bees which found in the herd is very high. Okay. Worker bees, तो वर्कर बीज का काम क्या है? यहाँ पे देखो कि वर्कर बीज 40 to 50,000 जितनी बीज होती है. उनका सिंपल फंक्शन क्या है कि दे गो फॉर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फंक्शंस लाइक इट इज यूज्ड फॉर इट एक्ट एज अ नर्स बी व्हिच इज नरिशिंग कंटिन्यूअसली. वो क्वीन की सेवा में लगी रहती है कि क्वीन को खाना चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, एवरीथिंग दे फीड्स ऑन. लेबर बी दे इज मोस्ट प्रोबेबली इन्वॉल्व इन द रिपेयरिंग ऑफ द हाइव्स. अगर बी हाइव्स का डैमेज हो गया तो उसको रिपेयर करने का काम करेगा. ओके. देन कलेक्टर बी व्हिच इज इन्वॉल्व फॉर द कलेक्शन ऑफ द पोलन, सॉरी नॉट पोलन, इट इज अ फ्लावर्स के ऊपर जो नेक्टर होता है, नेक्टर को कलेक्ट करने में, और पोलन ग्रेन्स आर आल्सो देयर. पोलन ग्रेन्स आर आल्सो कमिंग विद दैट. सो पोलन ग्रेन को भी कलेक्ट करके रखते हैं. तो दिस विल बी इन्वॉल्व लाइक दैट. देन सर्टेन आर देयर दोस हु आर द प्रोटेक्टर. प्रोटेक्टर दैट मींस the bees which are just having, we can say the security guard की तरह काम करती हैं. तो वो सारी जो bees होती है they all are female. What they all are female. तो this is the female bee. ये female bees जो है they are sterile. What is the meaning of sterile? Female bee का मतलब क्या होता है कि they are not able to produce the eggs. Yeah, this is. And after that, this is the all about the female bees. The major function is done. Then last one is a drone, which is male, which is developed from the unfertilized egg. Unfertilized egg में से ये बनता है, ठीक है. तो after that, what will be happen? This male bees are also their major function is to mating with the queen bee or to fertilize the egg of the queen bee. तो queen bee ने egg रखे, उसको fertilization करने का काम कौन करेगा? ये males करेंगे. And they also depends on workers or worker bee for food. ठीक है, उनके जो फूड है उसके लिए इसके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट होते हैं. That's it. So this is about the different types of bees found in our hives. Good morning everyone. Today we are going to start another topic, that is apiculture. Apiculture, or in your NCERT it is written as beekeeping. Okay, beekeeping, it is the honey beekeeping. Apiculture, it is the culturing of honeybees or you can say their hives for honey. So it is referred to as the culturing of honeybees, or they are keeping their hives, or you can write it over here the same definition yesterday which we were writing, that is rearing and caring of honey hives or honeybee hives for their product is called as a apiculture. उसको क्या कहते हैं हम लोग? एपीकल्चर कहते हैं. अब जो एपीकल्चर है, तो we know that the product is honey. हमें कौन सी प्रोडक्ट मिलती है उससे? honey मिलता है, right? So what is the importance of honey? That we'll discuss later, but just go for points. honey का कैसे importance है, तो हम देखते हैं honey is important for what is important?
Treatment, use in Ayurveda, old Ayurveda.
Importance of honey. So honey कहाँ पे use होता है? It's used in medicine.
Medicine treatment, yes.
Right? It's used in certain cosmetics.
Heat agent. मैं food में भी use होता है. Food में.
See, medicines के purpose से use करेंगे तो it will be used in a different treatments. अलग-अलग treatments के अंदर इसको utilize किया है. As a sugar source also it is used. It is more nutritive. You can say it is having a more nutritional value. इसकी जो nutritional value होती है वो high होती है, right? Very much fruitful है और vitamins उसके अंदर ज़्यादा है, sugar content उसमें ज़्यादा है, carbs ज़्यादा है, तो that is helpful for it provide as a balanced food as well, which is very important one. Now here honey का हमें importance इतना है, as well as increasing demand of the honey leads to developing the more and more apiculture. जो honey की demand इतनी ज़्यादा बढ़ रही है क्योंकि आजकल लोग morely they are moving towards Ayurvedic, right? Because chemicals जो है उसको avoid करते हुए सब लोग move कर रहे हैं किसकी तरफ की they will move towards the nature के naturally जो चीज़ें मिलती है organic चीज़ें जो मिलती है उसकी तरफ ज़्यादा attracted है. So here, so these are the very common, which is the honey is important, right? Now let's see how they are getting and caring, and what will be the criteria and what needs to be understand for them. So here, first of all हमें ये देखना है कि इसके अंदर हमें जो bees use करनी है, which bees are mostly uses, right? So there are the different species. Species of honeybees में जो most common हमारे उसमें use होती है, that most common is the Apis indica. कौन सी use होती है? Apis indica. So there are total we are going to talk about the important order, that is indigenous species. Indigenous species का मतलब क्या होता है? Which is देसी, Indian, जो Indian में हम लोग generally use करते हैं वो वाली. तो first one है Apis dorsata. Second one is Apis indica. Third one is Apis florae, and fourth one it is Apis mellifera. So these all are the scientific name of bees: Apis dorsata, Apis indica, Apis florae. Okay. Now here, see, you have to draw a line, underline the word, right? Because it is a scientific name of the particular organism. Okay. So Apis dorsata जो है उसको it is also called as a rock bee. It is also known as a रॉक बी, इसको रॉक बी का नाम दिया जाता है। व्हाट इज द नेचर? तो नेचर ऑफ दिस इज वेरी एग्रेसिव, दिस बी इज वेरी एग्रेसिव। अच्छा, ये वेरी एग्रेसिव है। चलो सबके पहले लिखिए, उसके बाद we'll talk about that which is more feasible one. Okay, and large in size, so it is larger bees, बड़ी वाली bees होंगी, right? Apis indica जो है it is called it as a Indian mona bee। इसका नाम क्या है? Indian mona। So it is also Indian mona bee which is smaller than Apis dorsata। वो Apis dorsata से छोटी है, mild in nature, it is mild in nature, then it produces 3 to 4 kg of honey per hive।
एक भी वन भी
पर हाइव, इसका मतलब पूरा हाइव, उसकी बात हो रही है। देन एपिस फ्लोरे, एपिस फ्लोरे इट इज referred to as the smallest bee, which is again it is mild or timid in nature, बहुत शांत होती है ये। दूसरा, it produces the production of or yielding capacity of the honey is very low, इसकी जो yielding capacity है ग्राम per hive, okay, 250 gram per hive। Now Apis mellifera, so Apis mellifera is a exotic species। What is exotic? Exotic का मतलब होता है outsider one, but it is having the more beneficial price, right? So Apis mellifera, it is the exotic species which is having the high nutritive or high yielding capacity। They are also small in size and suitable for apiculture। Okay, they are suitable for apiculture। So now here let's see Apis dorsata जो है वो तो aggressive होती है। तो first of all these bees are, we need to understand, if somebody wants to go for agriculture they need to understand which type of the species they want, right? So if we are going for Apis dorsata तो this is not at all suitable। क्यों? क्योंकि ये aggressive ज़्यादा होती है। aggressive ज़्यादा होना मतलब उसको attacking nature का होता है, तो उसको रख नहीं सकते हम लोग, right? So it is not suitable for beekeeping, you can say, or apiculture। Okay, then Indian mona bee, it is mild in nature, mild मतलब which is not aggressive, जो aggressive नहीं है, and easy friendly होती है, they are friendly, you can say that the friendly हम लिखते नहीं हैं यहाँ पे, but to understand that कि why it is such a nature, so it is easily managed as well। You can write it easily managed, you can write it over here, it is not managed easily or it is easily managed, so suitable for apiculture। Okay, so apiculture के लिए more suitable रहेगी, right? It produces the less amount of honey, that's why it is not preferable for apiculture। Because apiculture क्यों करना है? Apiculture is ultimately going for a more production of the honey, and more production of honey leads to इंक्रीजिंग द इकोनॉमिकल वैल्यू, राइट। तो इंपॉर्टेंस में हम लोग ये जब इसका इंपॉर्टेंस हम लिखेंगे तब वी विल राइट इट दैट पॉइंट, ओके। देन apis, this is suitable for the apiculture, but mostly in our India what we use Apis indica. So Apis indica is the most common, you can say that the most commonly used bees for apiculture, okay। So apiculture के लिए जो मोस्ट कॉमनली यूज्ड बीज है वो कौन है, एपिस इंडिका है, राइट।
वो कैपेसिटी ऑफ हनी,
दिस इज प्रोड्यूसिंग द मोर अमाउंट ऑफ हनी, दैट इज 10 to 14,
हाइलिंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ मिल्क है,
oh really sorry, capacity of honey, sorry, so 10 to 14 kg of per hive.
मैम you not also use the wax of that,
We use it. See here what we have written about the function of honey, के honey ना हम लोग use हो रहे हैं, right। This is only the species, first we are taking the idea कि which type of the species we have to use, then we will go for the steps and then we will go for importance, right। So first you understand this and then we will go for it, so quickly please copy it down। So here there are certain points which we need to take care of when we are going for agriculture, कि हमें agriculture करना है तो agriculture के लिए first of all we need to understand certain points। सबसे पहला है knowledge for species used for agriculture, so we need to have a knowledge about the species, for what, कि उसका nature कैसा है, about the nature and their habitat, because as we discussed earlier, if there are different types of variety of species are there, if we are using the aggressive one then it will be not beneficial for us, it will be ultimately creating problem for us। So we need to understand first, if you are planning to go for a beekeeping then there needs to be have certain points, if you are choosing the species to choose the species which is easily manageable, which is having a good nature, that means which is not aggressive, जो आपके ऊपर अटैक ना करे, फ्रेंडली हो, जैसे कल के न्यूज में था, there is a man in China, he is having more than 50,000 bees on his body and he has just noted this in a Guinness World Record। तो वो क्या है, it is a friendly bees which are there, which is not harming to it, right। So their habitat and it needs to be understand before we are going for apiculture। Then suitable location for beekeeping, now what is a suitable location mean, what do you mean by suitable location over here,
it's not आजू बाजू फ्लोरेसेंस होना चाहिए,
fluorescence no, आजू बाजू क्या होना चाहिए, fluorescence and floral, that is different, right। So over here suitable beekeeping, so we know that the bees are referred to as the pollinators, right, they are the very important pollinators, as well as these bees are when they go for a pollination what they do, they just collect the nectar from the plant, right। तो वो जो nectar है उसी के हेल्प से ये लोग हनी बनाते हैं। तो nearby area when you are applying or when we are thinking about to keep apiculture, जहाँ आपको apiculture करना है वहाँ आपको ये देखना है कि nearby area में जैसे cropland है और flowering जहाँ पे flowers ज़्यादा है, flower का area ज़्यादा है, you could say angiospermic species, or those who are having a flowering plants are over there nearby the area, garden में वहाँ पे हम beekeeping easily कर सकते हैं, because that will be beneficial to have a more amount of the nectar from the flowers, as well as it will be beneficial for the crop as well। कैसे crop को भी beneficial हो सकता है, pollination, so pollination can be also done। So suitable location for the beekeeping, the location should be near the flower areas, you can say flower garden, right, it should be nearby that, those who are easily, or a cropland that will be nearby, we should have it। Then catching and harvesting of the swarms, उसकी टेक्निक आनी चाहिए कि उसको कैसे पकड़ना है, how to harvest करने का मतलब क्या होता है, जो जैसे beekeeping nowadays it is done into the very small area as well, छोटा सा गार्डन है, घर पे भी गार्डन है तो वहाँ पे भी कर सकते हैं। जैसे कि आपने देखा होगा कि छोटा सा बॉक्स जैसा होता है, राइट? इसके अंदर there is a table like structure is there and here it is a net. ये पूरी नेट होती है like this. When this box is open, so only this much area will be remaining, right? And here, this area, the honeybee is making their comb. इसके ऊपर honeybee क्या करते हैं? Comb मिलते हैं, comb करते हैं. और this one, the plate, which is easily removable. So whenever they need honey, it is done. What they do, they just go for a fumigation. Fumigation करते हैं मतलब धुआं लगाते हैं. धुआं लगाने से क्या होगा? honeybees भाग जाएंगी. So that technique, certain technique needs to be understand. अच्छा, अब यहाँ पे ये बताओ मुझे कि if the one when we have done with the one honeybee hives, क्या इसको मार देना इसी मानना अच्छा रहेगा हमारे लिए? No. We have to go for that bees only. So we need to take care. We need to understand कि how to handle this bees. वो सारी चीजें हमें ध्यान में रखना है, right? After harvesting, how to or you can say that the production
reuse.
जो प्रोडक्ट्स हमारे पास है, जो प्रोडक्ट्स फ्रॉम हनी, जो हनी आया है उसके जो प्रोडक्ट है वो कैसे एक्सट्रैक्ट करना है, दैट शुड बी आल्सो नोन. वो हमें पता होना चाहिए. सो दिस इज दैट एरिया वेयर वी कैन एबल टू कीप दैट. अब ये हनी बीज जो है nowadays in a small scale also people are going for honey bees. जहाँ पे बहुत अच्छे गार्डन्स हैं, जिनके घर के आसपास गार्डन हैं, they are also going for this techniques. तो इसके बेनिफिट्स इतने क्यों हैं? बिकॉज हनी के जो कॉस्टिंग है इट इज वेरी हाई, राइट? नाउअडेज इकोनॉमिकली वो ज़्यादा ग्रो कर रहा है, हनी की न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू ज़्यादा है, सो वो पर केजी उसकी कॉस्ट भी ज़्यादा होती है. ड्यू टू दैट पीपल आर मोर इंटरेस्टेड टुवर्ड्स this, but before having any knowledge and anybody cannot go for it कि हाँ चलो आज हनी भी हमारे घर पे लगी हुई है उसको मैं लगा दूंगा हो जाएगा. It should not be happen. There should be a proper way, methods, techniques should be used for the apiculture. Okay. Now this apiculture, तो where in which areas it is done? कौन से एरिया में उसको रखा जाता है, जो हमने अभी डिस्कस किया कि this is, but here we can write it over here, write it down the question कि at which places honey apiculture is more suitable or where does apiculture should be done. So you can say places which is suitable for apiculture. So one near the florist also you can say, जहाँ पे flowers हैं, then the floral gardens, then you can say that near the shrubs, hand flowers, cropland. So then cropland के अंदर it will be the crop greens are also there. Then certain fruit are there, right? जहाँ पे fruits के garden है वहाँ पे भी these things will be keeping that can be able to more beneficial for this. How we can say that the keeping of this honey hives nearby the flowery area, how it is beneficial to it? What is the beneficial? What is the beneficial?
Pollination और ज़्यादा नहीं बनेगा.
Okay, so we can say that the keeping hives near
Cross pollination.
the flower gardens or different land, how it will be beneficial. So it will help to increase, first of all, increase honey production. honey के production को increase करेगा.
हम इससे एपीकल्चर से हम दो काम कर सकते हैं ना, एक तो फ्लावर का होता है और एक बी का.
Right. So we can increase this honey production as well as इसके अंदर लिख सकते हैं हम लोग as well as crop production. crop production increase कर सकते हैं हम लोग. क्यों? क्योंकि हनी प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है तो बीज कंटिन्यूअसली पोलिनेशन के लिए ट्रांसफर करते हैं, क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज हो सकता है. सो वी कैन से इंक्रीज पोलिनेशन, right? It is also increases pollination. Now at a small scale people are keeping this where they keep it. तो यहाँ पे मैं ऐड करूँगी स्मॉल स्केल के लिए और I'll add it over here. In the balcony of house, some people are also going for that कि balcony of house के अंदर भी होगा. हम लोगों ने देखा है कि near by our balconies, our veranda, एक garden है, home garden है, उसके अंदर भी most probably it is keep. So near in the balcony, जहाँ पे proper supply of flowering हो गए, then veranda. veranda का मतलब क्या होता है? balcony से थोड़ा सा house के आगे gallery जो बड़ा सा एरिया है, right? veranda and garden. Okay, so where we can keep this apiculture. Okay, so this is how we can able to get it. The advantage of keeping the apiculture. Now let's see advantage. Advantage of apiculture के अंदर first of all its product. जो products हमको मिलती है तो which product we get it from honey bees. So we can say products from honey bees. First it is honey, so I think I don't want to repeat it again. You can write it this point over here as well, right? It is having a high medicinal value. It is used in the cosmetics. It is used for to treat the several diseases, right? So in that you can write it over here. Honey के अलावा क्या क्या मिलता है? तो bee wax मिलता है. So bee wax is also used in the cosmetics and some policies. Polishing the certain materials. So polishing के तरीके भी use होता है. Then there is a royal jelly which is produced by honey. Which is produced by the bees. जो bees है उसके अंदर royal jellies भी produce होते हैं. अब ये जो royal jellies है it is produced by the worker bee. Which is a whitish thick nutritive liquid produced by worker bee. Okay, this is having a high nutritional value. Now the next topic is fisheries. Fisheries means it fisheries here. So up till now we have discussed about the different animal husbandry. Now here we are going to discuss about the fisheries one. Fisheries का मतलब क्या होता है? तो here again it is related to fish, which is rearing, carrying and selling.
Catching
the fish is called as fisheries. Fisheries किसको कहेंगे? आप रेयर कर रहे हैं, केयर कर रहे हैं, सेलिंग कर रहे हैं उसको for your to get money, so that is referred to as a fishery. Fisheries के अंदर fisheries are mostly related to our oceans, right? Rivers. So we know that our India is covered by our 3/4 portion of our India is totally covered by water. So mostly we have a coastal areas. So on that coastal area, the people are mostly preferring which occupation? Fisheries as occupation, or a fisherman, those who are going for fishing, right? So here in India, there is a blue revolution. So as we discussed, white revolution or development in the milk production, the same thing it is in the production of the fishes and the fish product that leads to, that is called as a blue revolution. So blue revolution was started in worldwide. It was initiated in the 1960s 1960, but in India, majorly it is launched, or you can say that launched in 1985, and it is a 5-year program. In that they have just focused on to increase fish and fish production, or fish and their fish products, or to employ people. There are number of people, मतलब मोस्टली जितना लार्जेस्ट ऑक्यूपेशन जो है पूरे इंडिया के अंदर, तो लार्जेस्ट ऑक्यूपेशन में फिशरीज ही आएगा. रीजन भी बिकॉज मेजर एरिया इज कवर्ड बाय द वाटर, सो पीपल आर गोइंग फॉर मोर इंटरेस्टेड फॉर दिस fisheries one, where they are living, having a rearing, carrying and selling of fishes. The fishes can be rare and care at the local level as well, and at the large production as well. So how it can be done? And we know that the fisheries is mostly related to the water. That means the water is having two different types. That is the fresh water and salt water. That is called as a marine water, right? So according to that, the fisheries type, the fish is divided into the two different types. जो fish normally हम लोग खाते हैं घर पर, जो हमें local market में easily available होती है, तो types of fish, इसके अंदर marine fish है and freshwater fish. Freshwater fish का मतलब होता है जो pond और lake में पाई जाने वाली जो fish होती है, right? Marine के अंदर कौन आएगा? So very common marine which we are getting, that is sardine. हो सकता है आपके यहाँ उसका नाम कुछ अलग हो, local names are different, right? Then mackerel, then pomfret. Okay, so there is a different fishes which we are getting in fresh water में. आपने नाम सुना होगा रोहू, katla and the common carp. Okay, so these are the fishes which is mostly we are having it in a daily uses, जो हमें daily uses के लिए मिलती है. बाकी other fishes जो mostly use किया जाता है, that is the shellfish, जो then it is a edible oyster. Oyster का मतलब क्या होता है? जिसमें से pearls निकलते हैं, right? That is oysters. Then crustaceans. Crustaceans में कौन आएंगे?
Lobster, crabs.
Right. It is the lobsters, crab, and prawns. Prawns, or it is referred to as the shrimp. So there is different varieties of these fishes, or other, you can say they are not fishes, they are the other organisms, other aquatic organisms. Okay. Now, so ready to carry of these fishes are also there. ये जो रोहू है, कटला है, कॉमन कार्प है, उनकी भी रेडिंग एंड कैरिंग की जाती है फिशरीज में. And the shellfish are there, crustacean, lobsters, crab. They are also having this fisheries. They are categorized into the fisheries. So on the basis of their different, they are found in a different water. They are divided into two different types. One is referred to as a aquaculture, and second one is referred to as a pisciculture. So दो differences है, एक है aquaculture, दूसरा है pisciculture. Okay. Aquaculture में क्या होगा? तो aquaculture में क्या किया जाता है? Culturing of. It is culturing of flora and fauna of aquatic organisms. Okay. यहाँ पर डिफरेंस आपको ध्यान रखना है, ये पूछा जाता है बोर्ड में, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द pisciculture एंड एक्वाकल्चर. तो इससे क्या करेंगे? एक्वाकल्चर के अंदर कल्चरिंग ऑफ द फ्लोरा एंड फौना ऑफ एक्वेटिक ऑर्गेनिज्म. एक्वेटिक ऑर्गेनिजम्स में आइदर इट इज मराइन एज वेल एंड फ्रेश वाटर, दोनों भी होगा उसमें. किसी के अंदर पढ़ोगे आप लोग तो उसमें बताएंगे कि be only marine will be there, but वहाँ पे fresh water भी आएगा, ठीक है? तो pisciculture क्या है? तो pisciculture is culturing of fishes. Culturing of fishes, जो fish होती है. यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा other organism, जैसे ये fish की कैटेगरी में नहीं आते, they are different than the fish, and these are the fish which have a scale on it, right? So culturing of fishes and their products, different types of products बनाने का जो काम करेंगे, that will come into the category of pisciculture. Here in the aquaculture there is a large ponds. Artificially is also created ponds or farms are created to rear the organisms. एग्जाम्पल्स में कौन कौन आएंगे? इसके अंदर आएगा क्रस्टेशियंस. क्रस्टेशियंस में आपका ये क्रैब, प्रॉन्स, लॉबस्टर्स, they are and edible, same as oyster, shellfish. Okay, so this is reared and cared in the aquaculture, while it is in the lake, where they are in a lake or a ponds, rearing of different fishes. तो फ्रेश वाटर के अंदर ये लोग कैटेगराइज हो जाएंगे. तो इसमें एग्जांपल्स कौन आएंगे? व्हाट विल बी द एग्जांपल? तो रोहू है. देन यू फाइंड आउट व्हाट अबाउट दिस हिल्सा इज आल्सो देयर. दिस कैटफिश, जिसके फेस जो होता है इट इज नॉट जॉलेस, जॉ नहीं होते उनके, एंड दे हैव अ whiskers, right? So that is catfish is there. Then it is cod carp. Cod carp का मतलब क्या होता है? जिसमें से cod liver oil मिलता है. That is a cod carp is also there. There are some people also rear salmon. Salmon को भी rear करते हैं. यहाँ पे आप example लिख सकते हैं हिल्सा. Okay. So this is difference between the pisciculture and aquaculture. This pisciculture is most probably found in the fresh water. Fish is in fresh water. Okay. Now, just I'm not going to be in a detail about how the steps are there, but I will discuss the points. Aquaculture जो है, in that what they do. Suppose जैसे aquaculture है, तो इसके अंदर क्या किया जाता है? There is a large area. In that large area, they artificially created a pond or which is having a marine water. कहाँ पे ये मोस्टली किया जाता है? जहाँ पे इजीली मराइन वाटर अवेलेबल हो. जैसे सी कोस्ट लाइन पे देयर आर इन इंडिया इज बिकम द थर्ड इन एक्वाकल्चर. हमारा जो इंडिया है वो पूरे वर्ल्ड में, एशियन कंट्रीज में थर्ड नंबर पर है फॉर एक्वाकल्चर, एक्वा फार्मिंग के लिए. फर्स्ट इज चाइना के अंदर सबसे ज़्यादा होता है. अब ये जो एक्वाकल्चर कर रहे हैं उसमें क्या होता है? दैट इज हियर आई हैव रिटन फार्म्स. व्हाट इज इट? फार्म्स. जैसे फार्मर्स अपनी क्रॉप लैंड बनाते हैं, द सेम टाइप ऑफ लैंड इज क्रिएटेड, बट दैट लैंड इज अ रिवर व्हिच इज लाइक अ पॉन्ड. इन दैट दे एडेड द मराइन वाटर को उसके अंदर ऐड करते हैं. देन दे ऐड सीड्स, और सीड्स यू कैन से दैट दे आर द project or the babies of this crab or the prawns. If I am talking about the specifically talk about the prawns, there are the very minute prawns babies are added into that particular pond, and then it is reared for several months, 3 to 4 months. After 4 months it get ready. Here also the same thing we have to apply. Which same thing we have to apply? Like the poultry farming we were doing about that, we need to apply we have to provide a proper environment. Water, food, scientific manner food is provided. The same steps are applied to rearing and caring of these animals as well. After they get mature, they just taken out or harvest. Harvest का मतलब क्या होता है? When they grow, they need to be just taken out from that particular part and ready for selling. So these techniques are mostly used and it is worldwide, very largely it is used to produce it in a large production the different types of food varieties of fishes. Okay, different food variety of fishes, because we require the very high amount. We know that the fishes are having the high protein content, right? And the demand is also increasing very fast. To overcome that demand, there is a two different techniques are used: pisciculture and aquaculture in fisheries. Okay, so this is about it in the fisheries, what is there. After that we will discuss about the importance. So please copy down this quickly, and then we will move to the importance of the fisheries. Provide employment is benefit. So let's talk about importance of fisheries. So up till now we have discussed that the fisheries are running into the two different categories: aquaculture and pisciculture. But there is a very good question arised by student that if some people are selling a fish, those we are keeping it in an aquarium, what about that? So that fishes are, here we are talking about, this is only the food production, right? This fishes are we are not at all using for eating. जो हम लोग एक्वेरियम के अंदर घर के अंदर एक्वेरियम में जो फिशेस रखी जाती है, that fishes we are not at all eating, but just for the show or for the decoration purpose we just utilize it at home, right? But that is also at some scale it provide the employment or it providing the money to the people those who are selling it. So that is also a good idea. Now let's talk about the importance. In the importance of fisheries, as we talked earlier, that India is covering the very large coastal area. So the people, it will providing the employment and employment to the fishermen. The number of millions of fishermen are dependent upon that. Then the income, you can also say that it will provide income to the people and increases economic, helps to increase economy. With the help of these techniques nowadays, India is producing the very large amount of fish and fish products, which is worldwide, it is spreaded, it is sent, it is exported. So that is a very high volume, which is major helping India to boost up the economy, right? Now here, after that, increases the fish protein production. I have written over here protein production because fish is producing having a more amount of the protein. So you can write it over here: fish or fish production or fish products. Okay, so that is the importance of having the fisheries. So this till here you have to remember it. And some extra about it, जैसे कि India जो है, that is in the second, sorry, it's in the second in aquaculture and third in pisciculture. तो वर्ल्ड में इंडिया का जो नंबर आता है, तो सेकंड साउथ ईस्ट एशियन जो कंट्रीज है उसमें इंडिया का सेकंड नंबर है फॉर एक्वाकल्चर एंड थर्ड नंबर फॉर द pisciculture, जहाँ पे लार्ज अमाउंट में हम लोग फिशेस का प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं, उसकी प्रोडक्ट्स बना रहे हैं, एंड वी आर selling it for having the good economy as well as for the individual's growth. Okay, so this is also one of the important one. But there are certain risks as well. जैसे there are yesterday which we talk about the poultry farming, in that some diseases are also there to the organisms, right? Like that, the fishes is also get affected by the viruses. This certain we need to take care about the environment, we need to take care about their food habits, we need to take care about their environment should be, health and hygiene should be maintained. Handlers are there, they also need to be take care about, because this most probably the organisms get affected by the very deadliest viruses. So जिनके पास ये है, and those who are having this, they are also referred to as a farmers. जो लोग एक्वाकल्चर करते हैं उनको फार्मर्स भी कहा जाता है. But farming of what? Farming of this type of animals, right? So in Gujarat as well, there are a number of Gujarat is producing major more amount of prawn cultures are there. And if we go to the South Gujarat, there most probably the people are having fishermen, those who have, they are having the farms for prawns. So this is our animal husbandry, the last topic था, that is fisheries. Now let's start with animal breeding. अब आप NCERT देखोगे NCERT के अंदर you might have noticed it that first dairy farm management is given, then poultry farming is given. Then in between there is one of the topic is given, that is called animal breeding. Animal breeding is given, and then again beekeeping and fisheries is given. So what we have done, we have taken all the 4 topics together. First is dairy farm management, poultry farm management, third one will be beekeeping, and the fourth one will be fishery. Now we'll go to, after this animal husbandry, how can this animal husbandry के अंदर भी जो animals हम लोग use कर रहे हैं, तो उसके अंदर उनका production हम कैसे बढ़ा सकते हैं? How can we produce more and more amount of their animals and can be used for again and again, right? For that, the topic is animal breeding. The topic is animal breeding. Animal breeding क्या होता है? So animals are breeding का मतलब क्या होता है? What is breeding? So breeding is called as a mating.
Production.
Right? Mating, that is referred to as a reproduction. Okay. Now animal breeding जो है, इनके अंदर animals are breeded for to getting different or the same variety of the animals or hybrid variety of the animals or good quality of animals, because in animal husbandry we have seen that we require for, if we are going for any of the animal husbandry, we are requiring a good quality of animals. हमें अच्छी quality के animals की ज़रूरत है. तो वो अच्छी quality के जो animals है, how can we produce that animal? So that can be done with the help of animal breeding. तो सबसे पहला animal breeding के अंदर, breeding is a mating between the organisms. Or we can write it between animals. Okay? Reproduction. Breed क्या होता है? Have you heard about the word breed?
Yes.
What is it?
Different. Different view of the same view. Their ancestor.
Or we can say the same descendants
Ancestor.
or ancestors. Children, 4 to 6 generation. ब्रीड किसको कहते हैं? जैसे कोई भी ग्रुप ऑफ एनिमल है, उस ग्रुप ऑफ एनिमल में सारे जो है वो एक दूसरे से रिलेटेड है. किससे रिलेटेड? उनके एंसेस्टर्स के थ्रू, राइट? तो वो क्या कहलाएगी? एक पर्टिकुलर ब्रीड और पर्टिकुलर फैमिली कहलाएगी, राइट? तो ब्रीड क्या होता है? कि द ग्रुप ऑफ एनिमल हु हैव सेम डिसेंडेंट्स और एंसेस्टर टिल द 4 to 6 जनरेशन. अब 4 to 6 जनरेशन से 4 से लेकर 6 जनरेशन तक उनके बीच में कनेक्शन है और उनके एंसेस्टर्स कैसे हैं? सेम है. तो उनको क्या कहते हैं? हम लोग ब्रीड कहते हैं. क्या कहते हैं? ब्रीड कहते हैं. अब ब्रीड के हिसाब से एनिमल्स के अंदर कितने टाइप की ब्रीडिंग हो सकती है?
Inbreed, outbreed.
Which type of breeding would be having? One is
Inbreed.
inbreed, okay.
Outbreed. Hybrid.
So one will be, जैसे जो ब्रीडिंग एनिमल्स के अंदर टेक्निक्स है उसमें एनिमल ब्रीडिंग कैन बी गो फॉर different two, mainly divided into two. One is inbreeding, second one will be outbreeding. Okay. Inbreeding का मतलब क्या होता है? So it is same. So it is called as between same breed. Okay. जैसे कि 4 to 6 जनरेशन तक ब्रीड यही है, तो उन्हीं के बीच में मेटिंग हो रहा है और उन्हीं से प्रोजेनी प्रोड्यूस हो रही है, उसको इनब्रीडिंग कहते हैं. बिटवीन डिफरेंट
Breed.
ओके. डिफरेंट ब्रीड के अंदर है आउटक्रॉस और आउटब्रीडिंग, आउटक्रॉस and last one will be interspecies. इंटरस्पेसिफिक hybridization. What is it? Interspecific hybridization. Write it down quickly. जल्दी ग्राफ बनाओ. Let's talk about in detail inbreeding depression. Sorry, not inbreeding depression. This is inbreeding. So in the inbreeding, what we have written, that it is the same between the same breed. What is it? So mating occur between same breed. Inbreeding के अंदर क्या होगा कि अंदरों अंदर जो भी इंडिविजुअल्स है, ब्रीड के डेफिनेशन हमने देख ली, that breeding those individual those who are having the same ancestors and जिनके क्या क्या सेम होते हैं, तो we can say that their build-up size same है, उनका structure same है, they look similar, उनके horns की type same है, so they are come into the category of the same breed. Okay, now inbreeding के अंदर what is the definition, proper definition if you want to learn what is it? So inbreeding, so breeding between, or you can say mating between the same breed who have same ancestor or some same descents till 4 to 6 generation. Okay, 4 to 6 generation तक उनका कोई भी आउटक्रॉस नहीं हुआ है किसी तो उनके डिसेंडेंट चेंज हो गए, सेम ही डिसेंडेंट है, उन्हीं के बीच में ब्रीडिंग हो सकती है. So what is to be taken care of? जब इनब्रीडिंग होगी तो what will be the importance? क्या importance है इसका? और you can say inbreeding कैसे होगी? The points to be taken care or point for inbreeding. Inbreeding में क्या क्या करेंगे? So same type के same breed crossing, same breed mating, same breed mating कौन से? कोई भी इंडिविजुअल को चूज कर लेंगे पूरे हर्ड में से? No, there is superior male and superior female. क्या है? Superior male and superior female. Suppose कि inbreeding भी हो रही है, so here what we are doing? Here we are going for, ये पूरी टेक्निक किसके लिए हो रही है कि आर्टिफिशियली हमें करवाना है कि inbreeding कैसे करना है, right? So inbreeding if we are going for in a particular herd, what we will do? The first selection, you can say that the same breeding mating के अंदर, the first point you can write it over here, selection of superior male and female. तो superior male and female का selection करना है, ठीक है? After selection, what they undergo? They undergo mating. उनकी mating करवाई. mating करवाने के बाद क्या करेंगे? What will go?
प्रोजेनीज.
तो जो प्रोजेनी डेवलप हुई है उस प्रोजेनी का क्या करेंगे? इवैल्यूएशन. इवैल्यूएशन का मतलब कि सपोज कि ये सुपीरियर मेल एंड फीमेल ने 3 प्रोजेनी दी है, राइट? एवरी ईयर वन टाइम द प्रोजेनी इज गिवन. तो सपोज 3 प्रोजेनी दी तो 3 में से चेक करना है कि फ्रॉम दैट व्हिच प्रोजेनी इज सुपीरियर वन, राइट? सो व्हाट वी विल डू, द सेकंड पॉइंट विल बी द सिलेक्शन और यू कैन से इवैल्यूएशन and selection. Okay, evaluation and selection of progeny. So जो progeny develop हुई है, that progeny will be which type of progeny it is? It is a normal one or it is having the superior male or female. So superior male or female हमने select कर दिया. But what is the criteria for selection of superior male and female over here? हमारे पास क्या criteria होना चाहिए ना? पहले हमने सिलेक्ट कर दिया सेम ब्रीड, तो सुपीरियर मेल और फीमेल का क्राइटेरिया क्या है? व्हिच प्रोड्यूसेस प्रोडक्शन. तो मेल का जो है, मेल के अंदर क्या होगा? हैविंग द गुड फर्टिलिटी, बिल्ड अप फर्टिलिटी characteristics. It should have good fertility characteristics. उसका build-up अच्छा होना चाहिए, right? So that is good fertile one. फीमेल के अंदर चलिए हम कैटल्स की बात करें तो हमें क्या बात देखना चाहिए?
गुड क्वालिटी
Good quality of milk. If we are talking about the cattles, that is milk animal, तो उसके अंदर हम लोग क्या चाहेंगे कि उनका जो milk है, so more lactation period, you can say that.
प्रोडक्शन क्वांटिटी.
So the lactation period of that particular female should be high. उसी को हम लोग use करेंगे as a superior. The quality of the milk should be good. Good means more proteinaceous or high protein content. So this is the criteria to select the superior male and superior female. So after evaluation and selection of the progeny, this progeny will be kept for further mating. Right? So evaluation and selection कर दिया. So this progeny evaluated for further mating. Further mating के लिए इनको क्या करना है? So it is further mating. So like that continuously उनके अंदर selection होते रहेंगे progeny development की, selection होते रहेंगे progeny development की. So they will be having a more number of progenies, those who are in the category of superior ones. But here, so first we will discuss the advantage. What is the advantage of this? Advantage क्या होगा इसका?
हाई मतलब प्रोटीन.
So here, first, no, we are not talking about that. You are talking about whole and soul के inbreeding करवाने से क्या advantage मिलेगा?
क्वालिटी इंक्रीज होगी.
Okay. Advantage of inbreeding.
क्वांटिटी का कंटिन्यूटी.
Continuity मिलेगी. That means increase. Same type की breed form हो रही है,
Yes.
तो क्या increase हो रहा है? Same number of individual increase हो रहे हैं, right? तो increase homozygosity. Yes, it is called as a homozygosity, increase pure line. You can write it. It is increase pure line. Pure line का मतलब again, pure line का मतलब कि same type के individuals, pure type के individuals are developing. No variations are seen. Then it is what will be do inbreeding. दूसरा क्या help करती है? तो inbreeding helps in to detect what? Recessive gene. It detect the recessive gene, and if it is और recessive भी कौन सा वाला है? So here it is harmful recessive gene. So after continuously inbreeding करवाते रहेंगे पता चलेगा कि ये harmful recessive gene है. So it will be helpful to remove that harmful recessive gene. So inbreeding helps to detect harmful recessive gene which can be eliminated. So okay. Then third one क्या हो सकता है उसका?
और
क्या लिख सकते हैं हम? होमोजाइगोसिटी इंक्रीज हो रहा है, इनब्रीडिंग रिसेसिव जीन को एलिमिनेट कर रहे हैं. तो और क्या कर सकते हैं? क्या इंक्रीज कर सकता है? एक्यूमुलेशन ऑफ किसको एक्यूमुलेट करने में हेल्प करेगा? सुपीरियर जीन्स. जो अच्छे वाले जीन्स हैं, सही वाले जीन्स हैं, उसको वो क्या करने लगेंगे? एक्यूमुलेशन करना स्टार्ट कर देंगे. राइट? सो लाइक दैट दिस इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ इनब्रीडिंग. ये इनब्रीडिंग करता है. अब कंटिन्यूअस इनब्रीडिंग हो रहा है तो उसका डिसएडवांटेज भी होगा.
जस्ट इंब्रीडिंग डिप्रेशन.
सो डिसएडवांटेज के अंदर क्या है?
फर्टिलिटी इंक्रीज होगी.
Right. So disadvantage of inbreeding is the first one, continuous एक ही breed के अंदर continuous reproduction हो रहा है, fertility develop हो रही है. So it will lead to inbreeding depression. Inbreeding depression का मतलब होगा continuation in the breeding leads to the decreasing in fertility and decreasing milk or meat production. सो कंटिन्यूअसली इसको हम लोग ब्रीडिंग करवा रहे हैं, तो कोई भी किसी के अंदर भी कंटिन्यूअसली उसका डिप्रेशन होते जाएगा, इनब्रीडिंग डिप्रेशन कंटिन्यूअस होता रहने से फर्टिलिटी डिक्रीज हो जाएगी, उसके अंदर जो जिस पर्पस के लिए हम लोग उसको ग्रो कर रहे हैं उसके अंदर भी रिडक्शन आ जाएगा, राइट? बट कैन वी ओवरकम दिस? कैन वी ओवरकम दिस एडवांटेज?
Yes, hybrid.
Yes. How can we overcome this?
Hybrid.
So to overcome, so you can say single outcross will overcome inbreeding depression. What is it? Single मतलब खाली एक ही outcross करवाया तो वो पूरा change हो जाएगा. So single outcross will reduce, you can say, bring, sorry. Point कितना रहेगा? Eliminate inbreeding. Okay, so continuously अगर नहीं करते खाली only एक ही बार single outcross करेंगे तो that will lead to elimination of inbreeding depression in that progeny. अब outcross क्या होता है? So outcross का मतलब क्या होगा? ध्यान दो इधर. What is outcross over here? Outcross that means breeding between different breed. Animals which do not have same ancestor or same descent till 4 to 6 generation. Okay, so this is it.
Maybe universal animals के लिए बात हो रही है ऐसे ठीक है.